Students, happy and good morning to you. Thank God for the new day. With all warmth and affection, I greet and welcome each one of you to the class on commercial applications. Please stay focused. Students, we are into the chapter Recruitment, Selection and Training. We have to take up the first important concept of recruitment as a separate chapter unit. We have taken it and we have gone through the introduction of the concept of recruitment. I've added a few more points for you to understand. Then we move on to understand the meaning of recruitment. Under the meaning of recruitment, we have taken one important definition according to Professor Dale Yoder. After analyzing the definition of Professor Dale Yoder, we have come to an understanding of the nature of recruitment, and we have found 3 or 4 important points to understand the nature of recruitment. We have gone through that. Next, we move on to understand the process of recruitment. Under the process of recruitment, we have found about 4 important stages or steps, namely identifying different sources of labor supply, assessing the suitability of sources of workers, choosing the right choice among the sources of workforce, encouraging the candidates to apply for jobs. Then we move on to understand the methods of recruitment. Under that, direct methods of recruitment, important from the examination point of view. And we have gone through about 4 important direct methods of recruitment. The first one is field recruitment, second one is walk-in interviews, third is tele-recruitment, and fourth is posters and billboards. We have gone through that, and today's learning objectives will begin with understanding the indirect methods of recruitment. Indirect methods of recruitment, again, are general in nature. It is more common than direct methods of recruitment. First of all, children, you must understand what is indirect method of recruitment. Indirect method of recruitment is useful only when the organization does not find any suitable candidates to fill up or to be promoted to the higher post. So if the organization does not find any suitable candidate to be filled up or promoted to fill up the higher posts, they use indirect methods of recruitment. This method involves third party, which serves as a link between the job seekers and the employers. Who are the job seekers? Job seekers are those people who are looking up for jobs, looking up for employment opportunities, who have submitted applications to the organizations called as employers. Such people are called as job seekers. What are the third party involvement here? We're going to utilize advertisement in newspapers, magazines, televisions, etc. Utilize public employment exchanges. We will also use professional search firms and placement agencies. Fourth is professional associations and trade unions. What are trade unions? Trade unions are nothing but workers' union. Students, please note down, these are general in nature. Under indirect methods of recruitment, workers are recruited indirectly through advertisement in newspapers, journals, radio, TV, internet, in order to get suitable candidates. Indirect methods of recruitment is important when an organization wants to reach out to large target groups scattered nationwide, scattered everywhere. And also it's important for you to know, when a firm wants to conceal its identity, when a firm wants to hide its identity, it will utilize indirect methods of recruitment, particularly newspapers, where they're going to give advertisements like apply through PB number, post box number is given. In order to conceal its identity, indirect methods of recruitment are more popular in this way. So, compared to direct methods of recruitment and indirect methods of recruitment, direct methods of recruitment are becoming more useful than indirect methods of recruitment. Next, we move on to understand the internal sources of recruitment. Under the internal sources of recruitment, the name itself will suggest that it's internal within the organization. Hiring people or employing people from within the organization is known as internal sources of recruitment. Let us see what it means. It means employees already working in the company may be shifted from one place to another to fill up the vacancies. The main sources of internal recruitments there are about 4. First one is transfer. Transfer is also called as horizontal movement of employees. Second one is promotions, also called as vertical movement of employees. The third one is demotions, which is called as penalty or punishment. The next one is ex-employees, the fourth one. Those people who are retired from the jobs are also given a chance. So rehiring takes place. These are the 4 ways in which internal sources of recruitment takes place. What is internal source of recruitment? Hiring people from within the organization. So you must understand, internal source of recruitment consists of employees or workers who are already working in the company, who are already on the payroll of the company. This is done, mainly children, you must know, this is done to fill up the vacancies through promotion, rehiring, transferring employees. All this takes place in internal sources of recruitment. Let's quickly move on to the first important internal source of recruitment, transfers. Transfers are also called as horizontal movement of employees, which involves shifting of an employee from one job to another, from one place to another. Let us see what it means. Transfers. Transfers mean shifting of an employee from one place to another without any change in rank, responsibility and remuneration. There is no change. No change in rank, no change in position, no change in responsibility and no change in remuneration, salary and pay structure. Vacancies from one factory, brand or office may be filled up by transferring surplus staff from another factory. So what it means? You must understand, employees are transferred to similar jobs, not to some other type of jobs, similar jobs of other departments. It may not involve a change in the salary. It may not involve a change in responsibility or position of the job. While transferring, please make a note here, children. While transferring an employee, it is ensured that employees to be transferred to the new job is capable of performing it. So we're going to transfer them to the other place. Most of the time, transfer is also considered to be not so positive. Transfer means a kind of a punishment. Especially in police department, in public government jobs, they get transferred very quickly for various reasons. So transfer helps in reducing boredom, monotony in the job. That is also there. Some people, for health reasons, they apply for transfers. They move on to the places where they can have a better life, work life. So transfers, first one, horizontal movement of employees. Second one is promotion. Promotion is vertical movement of an employee, of an worker. Opposite to transfer is promotion. Let us see what it means. Promotion means shifting an employee from a lower post to a higher post with increase in pay, status and responsibility. It is considered as rewards made on basis of merit or seniority of employees. So promotions are nothing but vertical movements of an employee. Promotions are appraisals. People always wanted promotions so that there is change in their pay, salary, change in the status, they get good positions, good recognition, acknowledgement and responsibilities. Every worker looks up for promotion other than the others. So vertical movement of an employee is known as promotion. Please remember, children, this involves vacancies of company which are filled by promoting skilled workers to suitable jobs. It is also one way we can understand. It motivates workers by giving higher position, increased salary, status and responsibility. Yes, it really motivates them. Promotions will motivate workers to improve their performance also. Yes, you must also write that point. So, promotion helps in reducing workers' turnover by creating hope of getting higher positions, higher salary. What is labor turnover or worker turnover? Labor turnover or worker turnover is nothing but number of workers leaving the job and number of candidates replacing those workers. If the number of workers leaving the job is more than the people who are replacing them, it is bad for the company. So promotions. The next one under the internal source of recruitment is demotion. Opposite to promotion. Demotion is nothing but, please write it down, children, reduction in the rank or status. Reduction in the rank, position or status is called as demotion. Let's see what it means. Employees who are unable to perform duties properly may be shifted to a lower post, from a higher post to a lower post. This involves reduction in the pay, reduction in the status of employee. It is taken as a serious penalty used in exceptional cases. So demotion is a negative aspect, whereas reduction in rank, reduction in status is a result of demotion. Please note here children, depending on performance of workers, sometimes managers have to take decisions regarding lowering the position of few workers because of poor work or performing the duties improperly, lack of skills, lack of discipline, misconduct. All this land the workers or result in demotions. So when workers work poorly, with lack of skill, lack of talent, lack of interest, indiscipline, misconduct, no character, no decorum, all this will land up in demotions. Please note here children, workers can act as a source of recruitment to lower positions. There are legal laws. Law says that make it illegal to fine or demote a worker on the basis of age, basis of race, identity, disability, genetic factors, gender, religion. So there's no other criteria to demote a person other than a person performing poorly with lack of skills, indiscipline, all these factors. Next we move on to understand the internal source of recruitment. The next one is nothing but ex-employees. What are ex-employees? Those people who are retired, who have worked in that organization and have gone out. They are retired. Such people are taken up again, rehiring. Ex-employees. So it is nothing but re-employment or ex-employees, former employees who have worked there. What is ex-employee? That means already ex means former. F-O-R-M-E-R. So former employees are called as ex-employees. So what it means? Retired employees of a company may be recruited for a temporary period to meet the high rush of work, load of work. Rush is nothing but heavy load of work in the company. There will be a situation where retired people will be called again to work for the company. Please make a note here children. This source of recruitment is important, of hiring people whose performance is already known to the company. They would have created a good history, good record of their work performance. So they would have been responsible to lead an increase in employees' productivity with a good motivation level. All that will be counted and those people will be called back again to work in the company. So retired or retrenched employees may be interested to come back to work in the company on part-time basis, temporary basis. So these are the four important internal sources of recruitment, namely transfers, promotions, demotions, ex-employees. Next we move on to the external source of recruitment, which is important from examination point of view. There are about 8, namely advertisements, employment exchanges, placement agencies, educational institutions, gate hiring and solicited applicants, recommendations, and we have jobbers and contractors. Let's move on to the first one. Under external source of recruitment, the first one is advertisements. By the name itself, you can understand what do you mean by external sources of recruitment. External source of recruitment is nothing but those recruitments which lie outside the organization. So you must understand the sources which lie outside the organization are called as external source of recruitment. These outnumber, you can see, external source of recruitment are more in number than internals. Internal source only 4, but external sources are 8. Let us take the first one, advertisements. Advertisements, first of all, children, before I could start, you must understand that it's most widely used method of generating many applications. Advertisements. Advertisements in newspapers and journals are most widely used methods of attracting candidates for all type of jobs. The requirement of jobs and terms and conditions of employment are given in ads, advertisements, along with PB number, post box number. Why PB number, children? Abbreviation of post box number, because to keep the identity secret. Identity of the company is secret and to avoid unnecessary correspondence. Kind of trouble or interruptions. This method, advertisements, is convenient and economical and brings in a large number of applications due to wide circulation of national newspapers, leading newspapers. First of all, please understand, children, advertisements reach is very high. The reach of advertisements, the reach of information through advertisements in newspapers is very high. This is mainly meant for jobs like clerical, mainly technical and managerial jobs people apply. And also you must understand why PB number is given, not the name of the company. The name of the company is concealed because in order to keep the identity of the company a secret, to avoid unnecessary correspondence. So, higher the positions, more specialized skills you get. Shorter the supply of labor, widely spread advertisements are used. I repeat, higher the positions, more specialized skills you will have. Shorter the supply of labor, widely spread advertisements are used. So, leading newspapers like Hindu, Indian Express, Economic Times, Financial Times, Deccan Herald, all these are leading newspapers, national newspapers which help as an external source of recruitment. Second one is employment exchanges. So there are National Employment Service according to National Commission of Labour. According to National Commission of Labour, 1969, employment agencies play a very important role as an external source of recruitment. Employment, job exchanges, employment exchanges. Employment exchanges run by the government or another external source of recruitment. Candidates get registered. They should register first of all in these exchanges, offices. In the exchange, an employer is notified the vacancies of the employment exchange. Exchange supplies a list of candidates with required qualifications whereby job seekers and job givers brought into contact, brought into contact. So what is employment exchange, children? Employment exchange is nothing but an office, a government run office, where they're going to register candidates who are looking for jobs, who are seeking to get employment opportunities, government jobs mainly. So it is obligatory for the government to open up employment exchanges. Under the National Commission of Labour, there's a legislation passed. Every state or every district should have employment exchanges. It is obligatory for the employer to inform the employment exchanges about the availability of the jobs and also the selections to the employment exchanges. They should have a time frame. All this should be done. So registration of job seekers and their placement in the notified is notified in the employment exchanges. Employers should bring to the notice of employment exchange that they have got vacancies, and job seekers will be informed about it after their registration. Who are job seekers? I already told you, those people who are looking out for jobs, employment opportunities. So this employment exchange is very famous, children, for blue collar jobs, white collar jobs, technical workers. So recruitment through employment exchanges are mostly preferred for clerical and white collar jobs. So most people have got benefited from employment exchanges, but corruption plays a very important role. So government corruption, the most deserving, meritorious candidates are deprived of getting a good job. Next one is placement agencies. So it is nothing but employment agencies, not employment exchanges. The third important external source of recruitment is placement agencies. Private employment agencies advertise the vacancies, receive applications, conduct interviews and shortlist candidates on behalf of the employers for a fee. They charge because they are agencies. Every agency will work for a commission. Popular source of recruitment of managerial and technical personnel. So what is the other word for a placement agency? Employment agency. These are private agencies who register candidates for employment and furnish a list of suitable candidates from the database. They're going to create a database. In many areas you've got placement consultants. They will collect fees. Sometimes they'll ask for some portion of the salary itself as a fee. But they'll place you. They'll place you in good companies. For example, most popular employment agencies are that ABC Consultants, the Datamatics, Ferguson Associates. All these are very important. And we have this Billy Moria. Billy Moria is a very important placement agency. They not only place people, they place in good jobs. And this is more popular for managerial and technical jobs, mainly for supervisors and managers. So here what happens, organizational identity remains unknown to the job seekers. So here again, organizational identity will remain a secret to the job seekers. They only will do the job. Unless the job seekers are placed, they will not know anything about the company in which they are going to be placed. The fourth important aspect, internal source of recruitment, is educational institutions. We call it as campus recruitment. Campus placement, rather. The other word for educational institution as an external source of recruitment is campus recruitment or campus placement. Companies maintain a close liaison with management of technical institutes and universities and spot brilliant students during the course of their studies. During the course of the studies, when they are studying, they are offered jobs on the completion of their course, like IITs, Indian Institute of Technology, Indian Institute of Management, IIMs, etc. So what happens here? Company members meet the faculty of the education institutions, universities, who recommend suitable candidates. So they're going to have a conversation with the education institutions. People from the company will go to these popular, established education institutions and they'll contact them and they'll get the details about the suitable candidates. Please make a note here, children. Companies visit technical management and professional colleges also to recruit students directly for jobs position. During the course of study only, they're going to shortlist them. Once they complete the course of study, they're going to give them a job or offer them jobs, good positions with good salary, good status, good responsibility. So we have gone through four important sources of recruitment as external source of recruitment. We have seen advertisements, most widely used method for generating many applications, blue collar job, white collar job. So next we move on to understand employment exchanges. Under the National Commission of Labour, 1969, government run employment exchanges. Third is placement agencies, employment agencies. Most of the time they are private. They collect fee for the service. They're going to place suitable candidates in suitable jobs. Like I told you, some of them are ABC Consultants, Datamatics, Ferguson Associates. These are all very popular. Then we have gone through the education institutions, campus recruitment. They go to these institutions and try to spot out suitable candidates, students rather, not candidates, because they are still studying. During the course of study, they're going to shortlist them and they're going to provide jobs soon after the results. Campus recruitment is also called as placement, campus placement. With this, children, I'm going to end this session. Until I meet you in the next session, I wish you good luck, safety, protection. God bless you. Thank you.